You keep thinking it's random. This thing that keeps you up at night. This vision that won't let you rest. This dream that follows you through every distraction, every compromise, every moment you try to convince yourself you're fine without it. You think it's just desire, just wishful thinking, just another fantasy your mind conjured up to torture you. But here's what you're missing. Desires fade. Fantasies die. Distractions work. This one didn't. This one hasn't. This one won't. And that's not an accident. You didn't choose this dream. It chose you. Let me tell you about a man who walked past the same tree every day for 10 years. Most days he didn't notice it, but some mornings, when the light hit it just right, he'd stop and he'd feel something he couldn't name. A pull, a whisper, a sense that this tree was trying to tell him something. One day, he finally stopped running from it. He sat beneath that tree and asked it, "Why do you keep calling me?" And in the silence that followed, he realized the tree wasn't calling him at all. Something inside him was recognizing itself in that tree. Its roots, its patience, its refusal to stop reaching upward, no matter how many storms came. That's what your dream is. It's not outside of you. It's the deepest part of you, trying to become real. And it chose you, because you're the only one who can bring it to life. You think you're not qualified, not talented enough, not connected enough, not lucky enough. But qualification isn't the point. The point is recognition. Your dream recognized something in you that you've forgotten. It saw a capacity you've ignored. It sensed a strength you've buried under years of playing small, staying safe, and listening to voices that were never meant to guide you. What you seek is seeking you. You've heard that before, but you didn't believe it, as you thought it was just pretty words for people who already made it. But it's the oldest truth there is. The things that haunt you are hunting you, not to destroy you, to activate you, to wake up the parts of you that have been asleep for too long. Your dream isn't here to taunt you. It's here to train you. Every time it comes back, it's asking you a question. Are you ready yet? Have you stopped lying to yourself yet? Have you stopped pretending you're meant for something smaller? And every time you ignore it, something inside you dies a little. Not dramatically, not all at once. Just a slow fade, a dimming, a forgetting. You know what I'm talking about, you feel it. That heaviness when you settle for less. That quiet ache when you choose comfort over courage. That whisper in the back of your mind that says, this isn't it. This isn't what you're here for. That whisper is your dream. Still calling, still waiting, still believing in you, even when you've stopped believing in yourself. And here's the thing, it wouldn't still be calling if you weren't capable of answering. Dreams don't visit the wrong people. They don't attach themselves to souls that can't carry them. They don't plant themselves in hearts that don't have the soil to grow them. If it's still here, it's because you're still the one. You keep looking for proof, evidence, a sign that you're supposed to do this. But the sign is the fact that you can't stop thinking about it. The sign is the fact that no matter how many times you try to move on, it pulls you back. The sign is the fact that even when you're exhausted, even when you failed before, even when everyone around you says it's impossible, you still want it. That wanting, that's not weakness. That's your soul telling you the truth your mind keeps denying. The cave you fear to enter holds the treasure you seek. Your dream lives in the place you're most afraid to go. That's why you keep avoiding it. Not because you don't want it, but because wanting it means risking everything. Failing publicly, losing what little safety you've built, discovering that maybe, just maybe, you're not as capable as you hoped. But let me tell you something. That fear is proof you're close. Fear doesn't show up for things that don't matter. It doesn't guard doors that lead nowhere. It only appears when you're standing at the threshold of something that could change everything. And your dream is on the other side of that fear. Not beyond it, through it. You've been waiting for the fear to go away before you move. But the fear doesn't go away. You just learn to move with it, to bring it along, to let it sit in the passenger seat while you drive toward the thing that terrifies you. Because courage isn't the absence of fear. It's the decision to honor your dream more than your fear. You keep asking, what if I fail? But you're asking the wrong question. The real question is, what if I don't try? What if you make it to the end of your life and that dream is still there, still whispering, still haunting you? What if you realize, too late, that the only thing you needed was permission from yourself? What if the biggest risk isn't failure? It's regret. You already know what that feels like. You've tasted it every time you backed down, every time you chose the easier path, every time you let someone else's doubt become your own. That taste, that's the cost of ignoring your calling. And it's heavier than any failure could ever be. Regret is the only wound that doesn't heal. You can recover from failure. You can learn from mistakes. You can rebuild after collapse. But you can't recover from never trying. You can't learn from risks you never took. You can't rebuild a dream you never had the courage to chase. So stop protecting yourself from failure and start protecting yourself from regret. Because the version of you that's meant to live this dream is already inside you, not in some distant future, not after you've become someone else. Right now, in this moment, in this body, in this life, The only thing standing between you and that version is your willingness to stop pretending you're not meant for this. You are meant for this. Not because you're special, not because you're chosen in some cosmic, magical way, but because this dream wouldn't exist in you if you weren't the right person to carry it. Dreams don't make mistakes. They don't show up randomly. They don't pick the wrong souls. They arrive exactly where they're supposed to, in the hearts that have the capacity to make them real, in the lives that need the transformation only they can bring. And yours arrived in you. You've been treating it like a burden, like something you have to prove you're worthy of, like a test you might fail. But it's not a burden. It's a gift, a map, a compass pointing you toward the life you're supposed to be living. And the only way to honor it is to follow it. Not perfectly, not fearlessly, not with guarantees, just honestly, consistently, relentlessly. One step at a time, one choice at a time, one moment of courage at a time. You've been waiting for the right moment, the right resources, the right level of readiness. But there's no such thing as ready. There's only willing to start before you feel prepared, willing to stumble before you can run, willing to be bad at something long enough to become good at it. And you are willing. I know you are, because you're still here, still thinking about it, still feeling that pull. That pull is your proof. Not proof that it will be easy. Not proof that you'll succeed on the first try, but proof that you're meant to walk this path. And the strength to walk it, that's already inside you. Not in some hidden place you haven't found yet. Right there. In every moment you've survived. Every challenge you've overcome. Every time you got back up when life knocked you down. You've been building this strength your entire life. You just didn't know what it was for. It was for this. For now. For the moment you finally stop running and turn toward the dream that's been chasing you. The wound is the place where the light enters you. Everything you've been through, every failure, every heartbreak, every moment of doubt, it wasn't random. It was preparation. Preparation for the weight of this dream, for the courage it requires, for the person you need to become to make it real. You weren't broken by those experiences. You were forged by them. And now you're strong enough. Not perfect, not fearless, but strong enough to begin. So begin. Not tomorrow. Not when you feel ready. Not when the conditions are perfect. Now. Today. This moment. Take one step toward the thing that scares you. Make one choice that honors your dream instead of your fear. Do one thing that your future self will thank you for. And then do it again tomorrow, and the day after that, and the day after that. Not because it's easy, not because you're sure it'll work, but because this dream chose you. And you owe it to yourself to find out why. You owe it to yourself to discover. What happens when you finally stop running from the thing that's been running toward you your entire life? You owe it to yourself to become the person your dream always knew you could be. That person is waiting, not in some distant future, not after you've changed everything about yourself. Right here, right now, in the decision to stop hiding and start building. Your dream chose you for a reason. It saw something in you that you've forgotten how to see. It recognized a capacity you've been too afraid to claim. It planted itself in your heart, because your heart is the only soil it can grow in. And it's still here, still calling, still waiting. Not because you've earned it, not because you've proven yourself, but because it knows what you've forgotten, that you're already enough, that you always were, that the only thing missing is your willingness to believe it. So believe it, not blindly, not naively, but deeply, bone deep, soul deep. Believe that this dream wouldn't still be here if you weren't meant to meet it. Believe that the strength to continue is already inside you. Believe that every step you take toward it is a step toward the truest version of yourself. And then move through the fear, through the doubt, through the voices that say you can't. Move toward the dream that chose you, because it's been waiting long enough, and so have you.